top5rapwebsite.com. You already know what's going on. So I got the idea for this video after doing my Joe Budden Network video. Thank you all for watching, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And some people, they were saying that they would like to see me do more videos like that, analytical videos, I guess comparing numbers and just being analytical. So I started thinking to myself, like, what video can I do that's just like that one without like doing the same topic? Like, I don't really have anything else to say about Joe Budden Network, at this time, I guess, until something else happens. So I started to think about it, and my video was mostly not about Joe Budden, the person, or even about the turmoil going on in the show. It was just more about things that I noticed about the YouTube numbers since the debut of the Joe Budden Network. So I thought to myself, okay, I can do that again, but for someone who I think does YouTube well in the hip hop space. And DJ Vlad, I know some people probably clicked on this video like, wow, like what? Trust me, DJ Vlad, he still has me blocked on social media. There are still attempts to demonetize certain videos on my channel. I don't have an issue with DJ Vlad, and this may not be what you thought it was going to be. Again, like the Joe Budden thing, I'm not going to be talking about DJ Vlad as the person, or even like in that video that constantly is attempts to demonetize it. I wasn't talking about him, the person in that video. I'm not going to be talking about him, the person in this video. I'm just going to be looking at the YouTube. There are a lot of aspiring creators out there, and I think it's important to, look at what people are doing, people who are successful, what they're doing, and people who may not be doing things well. Like, look at their failures and learn from it. So for people who are watching this though, who didn't see my Joe Budden video, you're probably going to be wondering, why does he keep mentioning Joe Budden? This is kind of an extension of that first Joe Budden video. So if it gets confusing why I'm mentioning him, just go back if you can and watch those other videos. I broke them in parts too, so you can watch them in parts. First thing we see, okay, 4.49 million. But number one, just look at the amount of content. So Vlad's thing is he's going to post every day. He wants to give new content every day, which is great. And to do this, you either have to create content consistently. And for any topic, that's hard. Even if you have a broad topic like traveling, you can travel to a million different places, but there's only so much you can do in a day to where you can post new content. But Vlad is really good, really, really good. And this will be my first point. Vlad is really, really good at repurposing content. Vlad is also really good, number two, at stretching content. So first, repurposing. Well, first let's do stretching. Vlad is good at stretching content. So he'll take a 1-hour interview. So here's the interview, and I have my mic attached. My lavalier actually clipped on today so I can scroll the computer and give you all the screen recording at the same time. So, so for example, Vlad, YouTube channel. Look at this Bandman Kevo interview. That's 1, 2, that's 3, 4 different clips from the same interview. It's 1-hour interview. We're talking about stretching content. 4 clips in just 3 days from the same interview. Now, and I'm going to be I guess in this video, I'm more so speaking to creators rather than to Vlad or to Joe Budden. Aspiring creators, not those who are super successful already. Like, you already know what you're doing. But Vlad here took a maybe 1-hour, 2-hour interview, and now he's going to stretch that content probably for a month. So there's a fine line to do that though, because there's a point where it becomes spammy, but there's a point to where it's healthy. So Vlad is very notorious for doing that. I want to say Vlad is the first person I saw take a interview piece of content and piece it up and make each piece different to where you're going to view it for a different reason. You may have the same interview, but you may view a different part of it for different reasons or different parts. Whereas if he just posted the full interview, you might have not even clicked on that because you don't know who this person is. And that's very, very, man, that is like, because Vlad interviews people that aren't so known. Now he's getting to the point where he's getting a lot of great interviews. You see Lamar Odom right here, Boosie is a regular. But you look at a lot of these people, they aren't like a Larry King interview. He's not getting like those, or even Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is getting guys like Elon Musk, Kanye West. Vlad isn't pulling those. So the fact that he has that strategy, he probably would have done that strategy of splicing the clips and making the title super interesting. It's going to bring you to an interview. It's going to bring you to click on an interview that you probably wouldn't have clicked on otherwise. And because he's doing it like this, let's say this Bandman Kevo interview, and we'll look at a real example. Let's say when he actually posts the full interview on YouTube, let's say it gets 50,000 views, right? The full interview. So he could have just posted that full interview and got 50,000 views. He took the interview and busted it down. So if you wanted to learn about Bandman Kevo making 600,000, or if you wanted to watch him discussing flipping money, instead of just getting 50,000 or 100,000 on just one full interview, he busted down. Boom, 49, 43, 28, on a fully monetized video. Those are separate earnings pockets. So you've created, like, depending on how many times you post that interview, you've created like 4 or 5 different streams of income off of one video, and he's still going to post a full video that people watch. There's so many damn clips. You may be, and here's the thing as a viewer. So now I'm speaking more so as a viewer. So even like, let's say, we'll stick with the Bandman Kevo example. Even if I didn't know who Bandman Kevo was, even if I didn't care about his interview, but one of these clips just drew me in. I was like, okay, that was interesting. I learned how he did 600,000. Now the next clip is totally different. So I learned something totally different about this person. It's not like I'm getting the same type of content from the next clip to where I'm like, I don't even need to click this. Now I can learn about Bandman Kevo making money with Bitcoin. I was like, okay, we can see him discuss Bitcoin. Now I'm gonna click that. Now I done watched about these clips maybe 4 or 5 minutes each. I've watched about 10 minutes of this interview now, technically. Different parts, but I've watched 10 minutes. So now, as a viewer, I may be pulled into this interview. Now, when he posts a full interview, I might just watch that whole thing. Or when he continues to bust down this interview, I may continue to watch those clips. There was one Boosie interview that he bust down like 30, 40 times. It was like 30, 40 parts. I think that gets a little excessive. But his thing is he's going to deliver content daily. That's his thing. So, and he does that. And another good thing, just staying on that same wavelength, there's members only videos. So this is the first time I'm seeing a lot of this. It's rare that I go on Vlad's homepage. So he's busting down all those videos, right? He's got for example, the Bobby Luisi video. You can see he hasn't posted the full one publicly yet. He's got a 2 hours, ago, 1 day ago. So he's starting to, bring that one out. But if you want to watch the full interview, if you already know who Bobby Luisi is, or you're just super interested in his mafia style interviews, you can just go and boom, click here, get the full interview, I assume, for a fee. Yeah, so you join members only content. So I don't know who Vlad has, if Vlad has a deal, who he has a deal with. He doesn't make his business public, so I'm not going to discuss that side. I'm not even interested to discuss it. But it seems like it could be YouTube, because his members only is incentivized to join YouTube. Or he's probably figured, I've already built it all on YouTube, I'm just going to open it up for YouTube. All of his subscribers are already on YouTube. That's where they were. He's probably looking at it also like it probably wouldn't make sense for me to go take this, somewhere else when everyone's already here. Just a lot easier transition. So you can also get the members only videos. So think about that. Off one interview, and think about the streams of revenue that he's earning as a content creator. So let's say the Bobby Luisi, he's going to earn on every single clip that he posts, every single part. He's going to monetize it and earn it, or he can. Let's say he can. I don't want to say what he is doing. He can. So that's YouTube, Google AdSense on each of these. He is eventually going to post the full episode, which is going to have its own stream of income, ads running on that. And then he's going to have loyal subscribers who purchase it. So that's 3 different streams of income. You've got the members only, you've got the full episode, and you've got the clips. And the individual clips have its own branch. Oops, wrong way. Have its own branch depending on how many clips you do. And then the sickest part is Vlad does this thing called flashbacks, where he will, let me try to find one right here, where he'll repost the same interview when a person is trending though. So if something happens in the news with the person, then he'll go and he'll post that flashback. Now it gets new viewers, people who are searching this person, they're coming in. Now he's earning again at a 4th stream off of that same video, a 1-2 hour interview. So it's smart. Now, Vlad has obviously created a relationship with his audience to where I guess they don't mind when he does that. Like for me, I watch Vlad videos. I don't watch every interview. Again, same with the Joe Budden thing. I don't watch every single. it's hard to watch every single thing, and every single thing I'm not interested. But I don't mind that Vlad, as a casual viewer, I don't mind that he busts down the interviews. I like that it's in parts. I can know what this is about. So Vlad can stretch content, number one. And we kind of talked about him repurposing content there. He takes the videos, he'll do flashbacks when it's timely. So if that person comes up in the news, if something, maybe the person drops an album, if something timely happens, then he can go back to his vast vault of archives and repurpose that. And guess what? He can do it one time, he can do it 2 times, he can do it 3, 4, 5, over years. And each original video is still earning. He's creating all these streams of income, and it's not like as he creates a new one, the others stop earning. He can create flashbacks, 3, 4 flashbacks, and the original is still earning because people are viewing it. And then maybe people are just stumbling upon the flashbacks, however they search. You know, if he has his SEO down, they might just be coming across these flashbacks, just coming off certain searches on search engines. So DJ Vlad, very good at stretching content, very good at repurposing content. And one thing he does well also, that this is probably gonna be the most controversial part, is, but I'll say he's good at it because it's effective, is he knows how to brand the content. He brands the content. So he has an interview clip. The title of the video is going to be SEO friendly. It's going to be easy to search. It's going to abide by those SEO rules most of the times. It's going to feature the person's name for sure, because you want it to come up when you search for the person. But the titles of the video, and this is the controversial part, and probably the only controversial part or thing that I really spoke on in my original DJ Vlad video. The title of the video is going to pull you in. So some people call it clickbait. Some people call it great SEO. I'm not going to take a side in this video. You read the title of the video, you know exactly what you're about to watch. Or even if it's maybe misleading, because sometimes it may be misleading. Sometimes the title may say something and it's like, that wasn't even about that. Or why does it say that? Why does it say it like that? But you watched it and it did that job. So that's what he's good at. And I think he knows that. Like, he's intentional about it. Like, it's not something that's happening. So that's why I say it's effective. So he's good at it. So, and this is kind of where I'll start the Joe Budden comparisons.